Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Here I'll be coding different interesting projects for fun. And here are the projects I have in mind right now. First of all, it's AI stock trading agent. I'll implement this agent and then I'll launch it and see if it's making any money. The second project is a biological simulation. I'm going to simulate a very small worm. It has about 1000 cells and it's called C. elegans. This C. elegans organism is one of the best studied organisms on Earth. So there is a vast body of experimental data available for it. So I'll be able to compare the results of my simulation to this experimental data to make sure that simulation works. And because this worm is so small, just 1000 cells, I'm hoping that I'll be able to simulate it on a standard computer. So I don't need to have access to some kind of supercomputer for that. The third project is quantum mechanics simulation. Quantum mechanics simulation requires solving Schrödinger equation. This equation is solvable analytically for something as simple as a hydrogen atom. But I'm going to try to solve it for something more complicated, something like water molecule. And for this, of course, there is no analytic solution, so I'll be using some kind of numeric method. And since this water molecule is also very well studied, so I'll be able to compare the results of my simulation to these experimental results to make sure the simulation is correct. And the last project is a computer game. So I'm going to implement some very simple computer game, and then I'll put it up to Steam and see if it can compete with other games that are out there. The languages that I'm going to use is mainly C++. I think C++ is the best programming language. And the reason I think so is because the programs that you can write in C++, they are super fast, very performant. And also you can go as close to the metal as you want. And if you don't want, then you can stay at a very high level. So everything is possible. Except for AI training. AI training, I guess C++ is not made for that. So for that, I'll be using Python, and namely Pytorch. And here are the coding principles I'm going to follow. First of all, I'm going to use AI coding tools when possible, namely the cursor. The AI coding tools are getting really great. Sometimes they can just write half a program for you. But of course, they are not yet perfect, so the other half of the program I'll write myself. And how do you write complicated program in a simple way, right? To do that, I will use object-oriented programming. So basically, the idea is that I need to construct my very complicated program from very simple objects. So they're like Lego bricks, which I use to build a big Lego model. And each of these objects should be very simple. In fact, it should be so simple that I need to be able to look at it and just by attentively looking, find all the bugs in it. Another requirement to the object is that it has to be written in such a way that it should not be possible to use it incorrectly. And if I use it incorrectly, then it has to detect it and it has to warn me in some way. It has to either assert or throw exception or maybe write a log message. That way I don't need to search for bugs in the whole complicated program, but I'll just be warned about the line of code where the bug is. And the rule of thumb for such objects is that it should be less than 10 variables and less than 10 methods. So that's it for the introduction, guys, and let's dive into coding.